It's going to be a little short video on calibration. On the bottom I've got the MP2 mini pulsar, and on the top my Ludlum 177. And the two are connected via the BNC. Let me zoom in here. This is set right now on 400 counts per minute. And set for 100 millivolt input, and that's right there, full scale, 100 millivolt. And we go up here and look at the input, and right there's 400 counts per minute. And this is set on the ×1 scale. Okay, it's hard to get this exactly centered on the meter. That's pretty good. There's still some parallax. But when I calibrate these, I start at the highest scale and work down. So here I'm on the ×1000 scale, and also ×100, ×4, 100K. So that gave me the 4 level here. Okay, sometimes it's hard to get this camera centered right on there onto the bezel of the meter. So there may be some parallax. But the way this is set up with the counts per minute, a rate of 4 × 100K, this range here should be right at the 4. And I'll go cut down to 2. Let me move this to fast. And it should go down to 200K, and then down to 1, drop it down a notch, drop this down, should be there at 100. There's ×2, 2, 4. These are pure counts per minute. Just stepping through the ranges here. Four, 2, 1. Go down to ×1. And due to the meter bounce here, it's harder to get this really zeroed in. If I go slow, it'll level it out. Go up to 4. Let me go up to fast. Get some meter bounce. That's right at 400 counts per minute. And again here at the lower counts it starts bouncing. There's 200 counts per minute. Okay, here's the back of the meters. There's the mini pulsar on the bottom. The on-off switch. And you've got different outputs for a line driver. This is the Geiger counter here, and this is the adjustments, calibration. And the Ludlum 177 does have some front panel adjustments. Here's the alarm. If the counts exceed a certain point on the meter, the alarm will sound. And I would set pretty high. I would set right at full scale. So if it pegs the meter, the alarm will sound. It's very annoying. Here's your high voltage. Set for right at 900 volts. Standard Geiger-Müller tube voltage. And there's a battery in here, so I can test the battery, and the battery is good. So there you have it. And that's a very simple routine on how I calibrate. I didn't show you the actual turning of the pots in the back, but most of these are set for 100 millivolts. This is fine tuning here. You can adjust it to say there's maybe 60 millivolts, 80, and then 100 millivolts. Goes up to 3 volts, down to 0.3 millivolts. You can go to manual if you want to manually adjust the counts. Like I said, when I got this originally, hooked it up to an oscilloscope to check these voltages and the pulse rates. It's right on the money. So you don't have to do this too often. The last few times I've done it 3 times so far, a couple times a year. But I did it about a couple of weeks ago, first part of January 2010. Really nothing needed to be adjusted. I chose the Ludlum just for sake of convenience. It's got the adjustments in the back. The other Eberline, so you have to take off the cover to get access to the adjustment screws. But you can see it's right on scale, times 4 here, 400 up here. Not really a necessary item, but in my case, it's nice to have. That's the calibration of Geiger counter with the Eberline MP2 mini pulsar.